Frequency over fear. Shift your state in under 60 seconds. You're not stuck because you're lazy or unmotivated or broken. You're stuck because your nervous system still believes fear keeps you safe. It's not a mindset issue, it's a frequency loop. And in the next few moments, I'm going to show you exactly how to shift out of shutdown, spirals, and sabotage using a 60-second protocol that resets your whole field. No fluff, no bypassing, just real-time transformation from fear to frequency. And if you're ready to stop collapsing every time life gets big, stay right here. I'm Varney, spiritual teacher, award-winning international best-selling author, and I'm here to be of service to you. And if you would like, please subscribe. Excuse me. So take a nice big deep breath in right now, and let's name what's really going on. This is Soul Sync Sunday. Glad to have you with me. So what's going on? Take that big breath, and actually, let's name what's actually showing up for you. Maybe even just not right now, maybe even be 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, 24 hours ago, whatever it is. What's the recurrent thing that keeps showing up? Is it fear? Just feel that. Just feel those words. Is it fear? Is there tension? You're not trying to fix here, you're just being aware. Or is it shutdown? Yeah? The moment that your body says, nope, even when your soul says, we're ready, let's go, you'll feel this. You don't need another pep talk. You need a repatterning. Fear doesn't need to be fixed. It needs to be moved out of the body. It needs to be felt without being hijacked by it. And that's what we're doing today. No, we're not bypassing. We're not spiraling out of control. We're not waiting for the perfect moment neither. We're resetting the frequency in real time so your nervous system stops choosing chaos and starts choosing truth. Now, what fear actually is, this is a truth that most people avoid, especially in the spiritual space. Fear is not the problem here. It's your relationship to fear that's the problem. Because fear is a biological signal that every single person on this planet gets, unless they've got some weird thing going on that they have no fear whatsoever. It's your nervous system saying, this feels unfamiliar, unsafe, too fast, too much. And it's not trying to sabotage your growth, it's trying to protect you based on an old blueprint. Because when your nervous system gets flooded with fear, it moves into a protective state, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. We've all heard them, but that's nothing new. But what no one teaches you is this: the protective state becomes a frequency loop, and you keep calling in what you don't want, not because you're unworthy, but because your field is broadcasting self-protection instead of soul presence. Now, I'll give you a really funny thing. I was doing a masterclass with a coach yesterday, and it was a money masterclass of where our shadows, where our beliefs, our identities, and all the rest is around money. And I've realized this for a while, but I really got it yesterday, was not only is a fear around money, but it's also around food and intimacy. And all three of them are tied together all around one memory as a 4-year-old. And don't get me wrong, it was a very traumatic memory, but it was one memory at 4-year-old. And what I did today, this morning actually, is I actually reparented that 4-year-old and showed her the abundance, showed her the wealth, showed her the safety, showed her that food is in abundance, love is in abundance, and reparented her. Now, it's absolutely mental how we work in symbols and metaphors. But here's what happens when fear runs your system. You don't slow down, you numb out. How you numb out is food, scrolling on the phone, keeping going, Netflix, binge watching, or busyness. Mine used to be I would just get myself really into my work, and food was my big one. When fear showed up, you don't self-reflect, you shame yourself. Why am I still stuck here? And we don't move consciously. We perform over it, showing up, but for panic instead of power. And worst of all, we all collapse. Some of us end up into panic. Those spiraling toxic thoughts, that racing heart, that foggy brain, that procrastination, the imposter syndrome, the frozen body, the complete shutdown. And it doesn't matter how brilliant your strategy is. When fear hijacks your frequency, your soul signal, it just goes offline. So you need to know your patterns. You need to know what's going on. And if you're watching this video, as I say, please subscribe because it really does. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel by the end of July. I'm pretty determined. So please, you're really helping us if you haven't subscribed before. All it is just press that button and you'll get a lot more videos like this. But you actually, what you're getting here is you get a soul nudge. The pattern is knowing those patterns. When those patterns or that soul nudge to maybe post, and maybe your chest tightens and that fear comes in, and you start and you go to post, and what you do is you start scrolling instead. You just, and before you know it, you're there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours even sometimes. And then you give yourself a hard time and no posting gets done. Or you're ready to raise your prices and your throat just closes up. When you're ready to give that price, your whole system goes into shaking. The nervous system comes online, the energetic system, and the unworthy part of you that most people have. And then what happens is you undercharge, or you overgive to reflect. Generally, you undercharge. You go back, you'll give them a discount on that price that you said, I know, because I've done all this. Or you want to be visible, but there's a younger part that says no. And what you do is you just disappear. You're nowhere to be seen. You're just nowhere. And this could go for months. I remember the time when I did that, it was 3 months, to the point that I was actually going to look for another job. Luckily, I had enough money in the bank that I was able to stop working for 3 months, just with the clients that I had at the time. But I never done anything else. And I watched daytime TV, something I'd never done in my life, was watch daytime TV. And I felt lazy, I felt guilty, I felt shame. But do you think I could stop doing this? 3 months it lasted. And if that is, you need to move something energetically. You need to change something in your room, shift things. So there's an energetic clearing needed. That was what was needed with me. And it's not about sabotaging your growth. It's that your body remembers. It remembers being seen. And when you were seen, you maybe got judged, or you thought you got judged. Or when you were receiving things from people, you felt like you were being controlled. Or even when you were expanding, you may have felt that the people who were around you, they didn't fit in with that expansion. So there was abandonment going on there. Because every time what we think is when we rise, and this actually does happen as well, your system pulls back into a frequency it knows how to survive, even if it's no longer aligned. So what changes the game for you? You know, what changes the game? You don't fix fear. In fact, you can't fix fear. You increase your capacity to feel it without collapsing. You regulate the part of you that once had to hide. You resource the part that once had to perform. Or you recalibrate the system, your system, not by force, but by frequency authority. There's a version of you who already lives this. And she or he moves with power, even when she's trembling. He or she tells the truth, even when your voice shakes. Or he or she shows or chooses alignment in anxiety. They're not fearless, they're just anchored. They're attuned and they're at home in your body. And that version isn't someone you're becoming, it's someone you're remembering. So look at fear differently. Fear is the doorway, frequency is the path, and your nervous system is key. And what I've really found, I've been doing a 30-day rejection challenge. So we've got to ask for 30 days on the onset. We've got to ask 3 things for 30 days on the onset of people saying no. And my God, has that really rocked my fears, my nervous system, my inner child, all the parts of me, to the point that I've actually been in pain for the last couple of weeks because I uncovered a 17-year unconscious pattern of every time I am about to get rejected or I am getting bigger, because I was asking really big asks, getting bigger, was I would either break my foot or I would go over on my foot and really badly hurt it. And my right knee would get it as well, because when you're going over on the left foot, you have to go down your knee. And this is a recurrent thing that was also attached to food and intimacy. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. So there's so many things that are going on unconsciously that you don't even know they're going there. The goal isn't to get rid of fear. That's bypassing it. The real work is to increase your nervous system, your capacity to stay present when fear arises. So you become the version of you who knows how to lead herself through uncertainty. Uncertainty was my big thing. Big thing was, if it was uncertain to me, oh, that was danger to me. Yeah. So lead yourself through that uncertainty, not with force, but with frequency authority. And here's the real truth. There is a version of you that already knows how to move through this. They already trust themselves in the face of the unknowns. They all certainly already know how to take aligned action, even when they're scared, because they're not fearless. They're just regulated, resourced, tuned to a higher frequency. One that says, I can feel fear, but I can still move forward. Yeah, I can still feel discomfort and stay connected to my truth. I don't need to collapse. I know how to hold myself. That version of you is not a fantasy. She's already inside you, waiting for you, for your nervous system to catch up. That's why we don't fight fear. We transmute it. And by transmuting it, you sync your body back to your soul. That's a real frequency shift. You've got to somatically feel it. Yeah. So let's reset the frequency field right now and just sit tall. Feel your seat. And just hold the belly and the heart and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just have this 3-step command reset where you're taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and just breathe. Make a sound when you exhale out because it clears charge, it clears energy. Yeah. And just shake your hands, wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders, listen everything. Listening up and even standing up and doing this, really feeling and shaking and saying out loud, I'm not fear. I'm the field that holds it. I choose peace over panic. Nice big deep breath in now. I reset now. I reset now. This isn't just regulation. You're reclaiming back into the body. And do this 60-second somatic surrender protocol. And this is what I personally use when I'm about to spiral or shut down or give up. It only takes a minute, but it works every time. So just set your timer. And just what's happening? Stop and notice what's happening in the body right now. Tight chest, shallow breath, or is it nice and peaceful? Is it just flowing? Is your thoughts racing? The best time to do this is when you're going through fear. When you actually feel fear, just stop and notice what's actually happening. Don't judge it, just name it. And just drop your shoulders and do this. Oh, get out of the freeze, shake it, exhale it, move the body, drop the shoulders, move the body round. And if you're standing up, probably better standing up, just make sure that you're bringing all that energy out through the feet. That is the most powerful, safest way to release, especially if you have fear. And just put one on the chest, hand on the chest, hand on the body, the belly. Just say, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm listening. And just ask the body, what do you need from me right now? Do you need water? Do you need stillness? Do you need to scream? Or do you need boundaries? What do you need? And just listen. Don't judge. And just exhale out. Let the fear move out you by sound, by crying, by yawning, whatever it is, shaking, anything that's going to allow that fear to come out. Just don't think it, feel it. Just let it go. And just replace that fear with frequency. Just choose the emotion, the state you want instead. Is it calmness? Is it clarity? Is it joy? Is it power? Anchor it in. Just anchor it in with the breath and a simple command. And say, I choose calm. I choose presence. I remember who I am. And then just touch your heart and say your name out loud. And I've got you. You're safe now. You do that too. And just feel that safety coming into the body. Just feel it. And just ask, what was the body trying to protect you from today? What was the body trying to protect you from today? Breathe into it. You're not fixing anything, you're just listening. Because once those parts are listened to, that energy charge, that fear charge, it just dissipates, it just leaves. What part of you needed to be heard? What part of you needed to be heard today? And what frequency do you choose to hold for the rest of today? What do you want to hold for the rest of the day? Do you want joy? Do you want calmness? Just breathe. And you can journal what's coming out or just sit with it. Yeah? You don't need to feel fearless. You just need to feel anchored. Because when your nervous system trusts you, your frequency rises to meet your soul. Because you're showing them safety. And just always remember this, you're not your fear. You're the field it passes through. Let today be this reset point. Come back to this every time you're about to spiral. Because this is how you lead from the body and not the story. And comment below one word that you're choosing to embody right now. Huh? And just breathe. This is Varney, Soul Sync Sunday. And if you haven't subscribed yet, why not? please subscribe. It really does help the cause. Speak to you later. Press that little button down below. Bye-bye.